Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Look who I'm sitting with. Still reeling in the hurricane that is the John Harrington band. They are really good, but I'm sitting here with the great Dave Juskow.
Hi, Artie. Hello, John.
What's up, Dave?
Nice to see you. You know, I love Steely Dan. I've been to a lot of their concerts, and I tell you, these guys do it the right way. They play the concert. You have a great time.
I agree.
They play the Donald Fagen solo stuff. And when it's time for everyone to go to the bathroom, they do the Walter Becker solo stuff. They do it just the right way.
We should ask, put him in a very awkward spot.
It's a fact. I know that
we
they
should
do
put him
it.
in a very awkward spot and see what he thinks of that. No, Fagen's amazing. No, that was a pleasure to have him here because I'm a huge Steely Dan. You think about a band like Steely Dan, again, maybe not talked about enough. You know, and again, I don't do this to mock the girls. They're just young. They're ignorant. I don't know as much about Nicki Minaj as they do, but I'm just saying, you know, they don't know a ton about the Beatles. God knows what they know about Steely Dan.
That's why they wrote the song Hey 19?
Well, I'm just saying Steely Dan is such a great, they're just an amazingly talented group.
Yeah, they've been great since like 1972. You know, they've been around and they've been important.
Who can say they've been great at anything since 1972? I haven't. Since 72, like in 72, I don't know. I was good at something, I guess, but I doubt I'm still good at that thing, whatever it was.
I was negative too.
You know what? You're a son of a...
What, Mikey?
I'm great at eating since 72.
I don't know if you've heard the controversy lately over Mike Buschetti. My God, he's really gone to a new level.
I'm a little worried about early onset senility or something.
Do tell.
Well, we were, you know, he said last night very casually that one of his favorite people in the history of television and one of his biggest influences is Rod Serling.
That's weird.
Okay, and I have a thing that I think Mike just says catchphrases that he thinks will make him sound like, you know, smarter or important, and like it'll give him something to talk about. But the thing is, Mike, when you throw something out like that at you know, this Algonquin round table we've assembled. You have to back it up sometimes. So I chose to have Mike back it up. And I said, of course, we all know Rod Serling's famous catchphrase. And if you say you're a huge Rod Serling fan, you would know his favorite catchphrase. Like, what did he say at the beginning of each show? Do you remember? At the beginning?
You're
Twilight
about
Zone.
to enter a dimension? Or?
No, before that.
Before that.
I can't think. I don't know.
Submitted.
Oh, submitted for your approval.
Right.
It
would take anybody who's sort of, and you're not even claiming you're a big fan, but it would take anybody who's sort of knows
I'm a
him
fan,
to
but,
say
you know,
submitted for your approval immediately when you heard that.
Right.
It took an hour, 1 hour, for Mike.
But did you give him the sub?
Yeah.
That's
What I'm about to say to you, Dave, is going to blow your mind based on that last question you just asked. Not only did I give him the sub, by 45 minutes in, I said, okay, Mike, here's what we're going to do. Because I had gotten to submitted for your approval. It rhymed. Okay, submitted for your approval, and he still didn't get it. So after that, I said, here's what I said to Mike. I said, Mike, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to throw it to commercial. Before commercial, I'm giving you another hint. Because my head's about to explode. And then when we come back, I'll give you one more chance to say it. And if not, I'll give it to you. He goes, okay. And here was the hint. And if anybody in this room says I'm lying, you're lying. Okay. Here's what I said. I said, Mike, here's the hint. The catchphrase is submitted for your approval. And then I threw the commercial. I, in fact, told him the catchphrase. Now, do we have his response? Did we isolate it? Probably not. We should try to isolate a couple of those. But I'll recreate it. He goes like this. When we come back, I go, Mike, okay, so I said, the catchphrase is submitted for your approval. What is your guess? And I believe he said, we've all assembled in a dimension. And I didn't know what to do at that point. I got up in frustration and considered heroin again. I went through suicide. Everything went through my mind. I didn't know what to do, and I lost it a little bit. And we told Mike. Then I had Liz come out, and I said, Liz, here's your clue. The phrase is submitted for your approval. And she thought for 30 seconds and said submitted for your approval. But I'll give her the benefit of the doubt because she thought it was a trick question. She said it. Then I said, Mike, you get it? So Mike said it. A minute later, we argue about something. And then I said, Mike, by the way, what is the catchphrase? He had no idea. Couldn't name one word. And he claimed it was short-term memory. Mike, how do you defend yourself?
But one of my favorite...
Defend yourself to Dave.
One of my favorite catchphrases, everybody knows this one. I mean, besides certainly is, yeah, that's it. That's the ticket. I love that one. It's one of my favorites.
What are you talking about, Mike?
Are you talking about John Lovett?
From SNL, yeah, that's it. That's the ticket.
can't believe I picked that up.
Why would you bring that up?
That's one of my favorites. I remember pretty quickly. But I mean,
You're adjusting your seat, which means it's not your favorite.
He knows all your moves now.
Your tells.
No.
I don't know if you heard this. I tell I'm playing poker when I get a good card, I violently crap my pants. Do we have a deck of cards anywhere? I'll prove it to you. I'll prove it to you.
No.
yeah, I think we might have a deck of cards.
Yeah, underneath your enormous gullet there.
I think there is.
I was going to ask. It's so funny that you said. I was going to ask when you said his hero is Roger Sterling. I was going to be like, and do you know what show he was on? That was going to be my next
No.
question, right?
Then he said Rod Sterling. He kept saying Rod Sterling. We don't have cards. Okay, throw him over here.
Hey, what about doing Neckfat and Nunez? I thought that was going to happen tonight.
Hang on a second. One thing at a time.
What are you doing?
Why are you holding your
Are your
pants?
pants falling off?
No, I'm getting dinner, I think.
What?
You getting dinner, you
Oh,
think?
he's getting thinner.
Oh, thinner.
Dinner, yes.
God, could you imagine
T-H-I-N-N-E-R.
what a paradox? He's actually saying thinner, but he said dinner.
Freudian.
I'm getting dinner, I think. You are like
That's what I
Mike
thought he
Ward.
said, but-
Unbelievable. Now I'm going to prove
Only
to
by context.
You
do they
must
figure
be,
it out.
Mike.
Deal me a couple of cards.
Bread is the enemy.
Deal me a couple of cards.
All right.
Try to figure out when I get my.
Just a couple?
Yeah, face down, and I'll look at them and try to guess when I get my good card based on my tell.
That's not a card.
Now, could you guess when I get the card?
It was subtle. It was subtle.
That's subtle.
I think I picked up on it.
So what's going on, Dave? How you doing, man?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Everything's going.
Everything
You know
all
what?
right?
You know what I want to
The
tell you?
big success was the
the benefit.
The benefit.
Yeah, they were very pleased. Thank you
Good.
very much again.
Good, I'm
They
glad.
were really, really pleased. They really like it, and everybody was good. You, Attell, Tom Papa, Rachel, everybody was really great. And
Yeah,
thank you
Tom
again for
Papa,
doing it.
by the way. I didn't
That
realize
guy.
another guy who casually pops up in a lot of stuff I watch because we had the guy who Liberace slept
I saw
with.
that. Yeah.
And Papa,
Unbelievable.
And Behind the Candelabra, Tom Papa, this comic we're speaking of, plays the guy. who
That was
makes
surprising.
The initial introduction in Vegas.
Really?
Yeah, Tom Papa.
Yeah.
He's in that quite a bit because remember we were telling the story. Were you here when someone was saying Rachel Feinstein, and you were saying that Papa was hanging out with Matt Damon. And I guess that's how they met.
Right. He was also telling me about Dan Aykroyd, and that he was
And
hanging out with him.
Aykroyd's in that, yeah.
He said he was kind of a jerk, and that he smells.
Aykroyd.
He smells? Really? Like
Aykroyd's-
what?
Oh my God! Well, now thanks for costing Tom Papa a part of it.
You know that,
Tom will be okay.
Artie smells healthy children.
Yeah,
I don't know if
Yeah,
you knew
sure, I
about
don't know what that meant.
well, I don't know. I just said it.
Is that a new group?
I said my buddy got married.
It's more of
my
a-
buddy got married, and I said I smell healthy children.
It's,
Well, it's good,
just
right?
not.
It's supposed to be good, but
a nice
John
thing to
has
say.
chosen to take it and turn it into disgusting cynicism.
I think I'm bringing, my wife and I are bringing our children up to the city next week.
I don't
And
care.
I'll make sure that
I don't care.
you don't get near them.
No.
And start
I'm gonna
smelling
let you
them.
know if I smell them from afar.
Well, they are half French.
Because of yeah, right, exactly. If I don't smell them from afar, I'd get them to a doctor.
Most children aren't accustomed to being smelled
I'd get
by
them to a doctor.
people.
But what do you think now? How's it going, Dave? Now,
Disturbing.
John, I've been doing a lot of friends are starting to worry about me, physicalities, emotionally. John is one of them. Last night I did stand up at the Cellar again. I've been doing it a lot. My argument is that I'm doing a special later this year, but I did in fact open up to John on the ride home. That he stayed and watched my set. There wasn't a lot of people in the room, and you go and you do it, whatever. This is our craft. It's what we chose. I get off stage at 2 a.m. and we're leaving, and I tell John, I said the reason I did a set tonight was it's raining. I said I don't want to go home and be alone. I don't like being alone.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm in fact scared of it, and I'm a big man to admit it. So I did a set.
I think and you're coping by making people laugh,
Yeah, I know you don't.
which is
like being alone.
understandable. If you can do it, why not?
Well, I don't know. That wasn't your tone last night.
Yeah.
Your tone was, can I get a Gray's papaya, fat ass?